be discussing the circle diagram of three-phase induction motor. So basically the circle diagram is being drawn to analyze an three-phase induction motor after the results are obtained from the no-load test and the block rotor test. So to understand this, I'll take an example and we'll solve that numerical and draw the circle diagram based on the given problem. So now the problem is a 50 Hz 4-pole 40 HP 400 volts delta connected induction motor has the following test data. No load test data is 400 volts, 20 amperes, 1200 watts. Block rotor test gives 100 volts, 45 amperes and 2800 watts. So by drawing the circle diagram, you have to determine the line current and the power factor at rated output, the maximum output, maximum torque, full load efficiency, full load rotor speed, assuming that stator and rotor copper losses to be equal at standstill. So the first thing we'll do is we'll try to obtain some data from the test results. So from no load test we can calculate the no load power factor, that will be equal to 1200 divided by root 3 into the voltage 400 into 20 the no load current. So when you calculate this, you will get this as 0.0866. So taking the cos inverse, you will get 50 is equal to 85 degrees. Now the second test result, we'll use it, the block rotor test. So using the block rotor test, the working power factor or the power factor and the short circuit condition will be given as 2800 divided by root 3 into 100 into 45. So that gives the value of cos phi as 0.359. So this means that your phi SC under short circuit condition is 69 degrees. So now we'll take the scale of this drawing as, because we have got 20 amperes current under no load, so we are going to take as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 ampere of current. So now next we'll calculate the input current. The input current, because the short circuit test is being performed at the rated current, so if at the rated voltage the short circuit occurs, in that case the input current at rated voltage will be equal to 45 divided by 100 into 400. This comes out to be as 180 amperes. So the maximum current, that is the short circuit current at rated voltage, will be 180 amperes. Now we will draw the circle diagram. So to draw the circle diagram, we will take the x-axis and y-axis. So what we have calculated last week, that is for the no load current, that is no load current we had calculated as 50 is equal to 85 degrees and your no load current I0 is 20 amperes. So we'll draw the no load current OA at 85 degrees from the y-axis. Now from the block rotor test, we had got phi SC is equal to 69 degrees and the maximum current at the rated voltage will be equal to 180 amperes. So we have to draw the short circuit current, the maximum current which the motor can take under short circuit at the rated voltage, that will be equal to AB, and the scale what I told you, we have taken the scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 amperes. So this was 180 amperes, so we have taken AB is equal to 18 centimeter. Now we have to draw a parallel line. First we'll join OB and then we'll draw a parallel line to the x-axis, that is AF. Then we will bisect the line AB, and with that perpendicular bisector we'll get this point E. So taking this E as the center and AE as the radius, we have to draw the circle. So once you draw the circle, from B point we have to draw a perpendicular, and that perpendicular is BH and BG. So this is the power line actually. So the HG is the no load power loss, and this we had been given as the stator copper loss is equal to the rotor copper loss at standstill. So this BH, if it is bisected, we get the point J. So the stator copper loss and the rotor copper loss are equal. So when we join AJ, this gives us the torque line, and that is the torque output of the given motor. So now we'll try to have the power scale losses as 2800, and this at 400 volts, because the rate testing was done at 100 volts. So at 400 volts, this gives us the result as 44800 watts. So this BG is equal to your 44800 watts, which is equal to our scaling as 6.7 centimeter. So now our power scale will be 44800 divided by 6.7, that comes out to be 6686 watts. So that is our power scale. This means 1 centimeter on the power scale, it measures to 6686 watts. So now the full given motor rating is 40 HP. So 40 HP is equivalent to our 40 into 746 watts, that comes out to be 29840 watts. So now we know what is the rated output. The rated output is 40 HP. So for the rated output, what should be the length of the line? So the length of the line can be divided with the help of the power scale, and when we divide this 29840 by the power scale, that is 6686, this comes out to be as 4.46 centimeter. So when this is 4.46 centimeter, this line is the output line, and this line is your 4.6 centimeter. We have to draw such that it touches the output line and the circle. So that will be marked as the PK, which gives the rated output. Now for the current, we'll join the line OK and measure it. So when we join the line OK, this line comes out to be OK is equal to 7.16 centimeter. So 7.16 centimeter means it is 71.6 amperes is the rated current, and the power factor is calculated by the angle, and that is equal to 35.9 degrees. So if you calculate the power factor will be cos of 35.9 degrees, which comes out to be as 0.81 full load power factor. This is your full load power factor. So 0.81 is our full load power factor. Now we will find the maximum power input, that is the KL gives the maximum power input, and that is equal to 5.7 centimeter. Your KL is equal to 5.7 centimeter. So when we convert it into the power scale, it comes out to be 38110 watts. This means the power input is 38110 watts. Therefore, the efficiency will be the input by output. So you can either take the power values, that is input will be 38110 and the output will be 29840. So you can either calculate the efficiency by this, or by the circle diagram you can calculate as your PK divided by the KL, and that gives efficiency to be as 78.2%. So our efficiency of the line is 78.2%. Now to find out the maximum power output, we will take a line parallel to the output line and draw a tangent on the scale. So this is the tangent drawn parallel to the output line, and when we draw a perpendicular from that tangent point on the output line, this gives us the maximum power output. And this maximum power output, if you measure QR, it comes out to be, the maximum power output will be QR, which comes out to be 40116 watts. It is 6 centimeter. So when we convert it into the power scale, then we get it in the wattage, that is 40116 watts. Now next we'll find out the maximum torque output. So for the maximum torque output, we'll take a line parallel to the torque line and we'll draw a tangent on the circle diagram. So this is the tangent drawn parallel to the torque line and we get a point T. So TS is the maximum torque output on the power scale. So this maximum torque output, that is your TS, is equal to 49476.4 watts. So but this is in watts. So we'll convert it later into the Newton meter. So before converting into the Newton meter, we'll have to find out the slip of the given motor. So to find out the slip of the given motor, we can find the slip by the rotor input divided by the rotor copper loss. So the rotor input is equal to, so we have to take the points Pn and Kn. This is your point Pn divided by Kn. You can find out it, and that comes out to be 0.64 divided by 5.1. So your slip is equal to your 12.5%. The rotor speed will be equal to, Nr will be equal to Ns into 1 minus S. Ns for a 4-pole machine is 1500. So it will be 1500 into 1 minus 0.125. So that will be your 0.125. So it will be 1500 into 0.875. That comes out to be 1311.76 RPM. Therefore, the maximum torque will be equal to, your torque in the power terms was 494.76.4. This divided by omega r will give the maximum torque. So omega r is Ns minus, convert this rotor speed into the radians per second, that is multiply by 2 pi by 60. So your maximum torque will be equal to 4946.4 divided by 2 pi by 60 into 1311.76. So this comes out to be 360.17 Newton meter. So we have solved out all the requirement as per the required numerical. We have found out the input current, the maximum torque output, the maximum power output, and we have drawn the torque line and the output line. So there are many things which were calculated with the help of the circle diagram initially to find out the performance of a given induction motor. So this is all about the circle diagram. So hope you have understood it. Thank you.